nothing there, the ministry would still be fine. And that was our biggest concern, was that everything would be cool here at the church. So my thought was, well, he's going to come around, he's going to see that there's just no way this is going to work. So we go out to dinner, and I literally treated it like an interview.
She had a list of questions.
See, my thing was, I went into this thinking, well, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose. So he might as well know everything I want to ask. I need to know every answer to every question. I mean, I asked him, what do you think about marriage? I mean,
what do you think about
marriage? How do you handle your money? I mean, it was literally like an interview. Okay, the first date, I had a list of questions, and he was teasing me partway through the dinner. He says, well, so there's nothing else you want to ask me? And I said, let me check. I unzipped my purse and I got my sticky note out. I asked you that. I did. So anyway, because like I said, I'm like, what's the worst that could happen is that he agrees with me that there's nothing here. That's the worst that could happen. Okay. So anyway, we go to Chili's about 6:15, 6:30, and they close the restaurant down with us in it at 11:30. We're still there. So, yeah, we're not done. So anyway, all my kids were away, so we decided to go again out the next night, continue the interview. This is the second interview. So I told him, I said, you made it past the first interview, let's see if you can get past the second interview. So again, my mentality is I have nothing to lose, might as well, So we go out on Saturday, and we get there, we're there till they close again.
Still the same restaurant?
Same restaurant, different wait person. In fact, it was so cute because the wait person we had on Friday night, every time she'd come by, we drank so much tea. Oh my gosh, this poor girl. She might as well lift the picture on the table. But she would come by and she says, I wish my boyfriend would listen to me like he's listening to you. I mean, it was really cute what she did. But anyway, so second night, same thing. And then Sunday night, we went out again after church. We went out first. So by then, instead of him agreeing with me that there was nothing there, then I began to agree with him that maybe there was something there. So, and then it just kind of developed from there.
Yeah,
so.
And in the middle of everything, I was trying to make an effort to be closer to her. Like, can I go to your house to help, bring the drums,
Oh yeah, he was always
She doesn't know those
offer to help, and I was
signals.
like, oh no, we can do it, and I didn't realize he was just wanting to be with us, But all this time, I didn't tell a soul. I didn't tell anybody. We went out to Chili's, because all my kids were gone, so nobody knew. I didn't tell anybody anything was going on. Because, number one, my kids had never been around me with a guy, really. So I was like, I don't even want to do all that. I don't want to get them involved. I don't want to, But then after we made it past the third interview, I figured he was a keeper of some sort. So anyway, from that point until the end of October, I talked to my kids individually. Well, what do you think? Because by now, they already liked him because, he was here at the church and they were around him all the time.
I was vibing them.
Yeah, that's another thing. He would cook and send food home. Okay? And they were like, we really love JoJo. He really cooks food. And I'm just like, time out, what's the deal here? So I talked to all the kids individually, and what would you think if JoJo and I started to be friends? And they're like, sure, because he cooks really good. So anyway, we just continued to see each other more and more, just here and there, of course at church.
And before you thought I was really younger than you.
Oh, that was one of the things. I thought he was in his 30s. See? Yeah. So whenever he first sent me the first initial long email, I wrote it because I'm thinking he's got to be in his 30s. He doesn't realize how old I am. He just doesn't realize, But then I realized we're only a year apart. Yeah. I realized later that I was just wrong on that.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I researched on for birthday. Oh, we're just a year apart. I mean, I need to know her birthday. And when I came to know